Hello boys and girls, welcome to this presentation. My name is Mr. Mohamed Eljaroshi. Today we're going to talk about Unit 3, Lesson 1, the Sports Center. Before we start, I want you to look at these pictures. I will say the names of some sports and you're going to point on the picture. Volleyball. Volleyball. Which one do you think it is? Very good. It's this one. Swimming. Swimming. Which one? Very good. This one. Sailing. Sailing. Which one? Good job. Horse riding. Horse riding. Very good. This one. Football. Football. Good job. This one. Judo. Judo. Very good. It's this picture. Basketball. Basketball. Very good. The last picture. Now, let's look at these 4 pictures here. What do we have here? Good job. Karate. And this one? Good. Tennis. And here? Good job. Athletics. And here we have? Very good. Gymnastics. Now, let's go down and look at this box here. As you can see here, in this box we're going to talk about verbs and sports. Verbs and sports. We have 3 verbs to talk about. We have play, go, and do. As you can see here, we can use play, do with sport. For example, we can say we play football or we play tennis. We go swimming. We go horse riding. Very good. We do judo. We do karate. Very good. As we said, we use play and do with sports. The difference between play and do, we use play with team sports like football, and it involves a ball to play with. For example, football or tennis. Very good. Now, we use do for sports that involves one competitor, as in 1 against 1, like judo, karate, these examples of sports. And then the last one, we use go with gerunds. As we talked about it before, gerunds are what? They are verbs plus ing. Like what? Like swim plus ing becomes swimming, and it acts as a noun. Very good. So we can say we go swimming, we go horse riding. So the words that we use with go must end with ing, except if we use to it. For example, go to bed. But here we are talking about sports. So any sport that ends with ing, we use go with it. Very good. Now, let's look at question B. In question B, we have a conversation between these girls. The first one says, what sports would you like to do? What sports would you like to do? She answered, I'd like to play volleyball. And volleyball, we use play with it because it's a team ball game. Very good. And the second girl said, I'd like to do gymnastics. And I'd like to go horse riding. Very good. Now, she used do with gymnastics because it's a one player or one competitor game. So we use do with it. And it has no balls. Very good. Now, With go, she used horse riding. She used a gerund, ride plus ing. And this girl said, I'd like to do gymnastics. And I'd like to go horse riding. As you can see here, we use do with gymnastics because it's a one player or one competitor game and it has no balls with it. We don't use a ball. And we use go with horse riding. So riding is a gerund. A gerund is a verb plus ing, ride plus ing. That's why we use go with it. Very good. Now let's move on to the next question. Question C. Now do exercises A to C on page 32 of the workbook. Let's move on to the workbook and check the questions. The workbook, Unit 3, Lesson 1, the Sports Center. In this unit, we're talking about Olympic sports and games. So all of the unit will be focusing on these activities. Let's start with question A. Which sports connect these words? Write the names of the sports. As you can see in this question, we have 3 words and we have a gap to fill. In this gap, you have to say the sport that involves the 3 words together. You can stop the video and think about the answers, and then come back to the video to check. Now, let's check. Number 1. Run, jump, throw. Run, jump, throw. What do you think it is? Very good. Athletics. Good job. Number 2. Ball, basket, 2 teams. Ball, basket, 2 teams. What do you think it is? Very good. Basketball. Good job. Now number 3. Sea, boat, wind. What do you think the answer is? Good job. Sailing. Number 4. Ball, net, racket. What do you think the answer is? Good job. Tennis. Number 5. Swim, pool, race. What do you think the answer is? Good job. Swimming. Number 6. Ball, 11 players, goal. What do you think the sport is? Very good. Football. Good job. Now, let's move on to question B. In question B, answer the question about yourself. Which sports or sport would you like to do? For example, if I'm talking about myself, I would say that I like to do football, for example, because I love football. And if you have another sport, you can put a comma and write the other sport. I like to play table tennis. Yes. And I like to swim. So I would write swimming here. Very good. Now you answer this question about yourself. So any answer is good enough. Now let's move on to question C. Question C. Complete the sentences with the correct forms of the verbs from the box. We have do, play, go. We're going to use them, but in the correct form. Focus on these questions because they're focusing on the correct form. Not only the usage of the word, you have to put and correct the form. You can stop the video to do this question and then come back and check. Now let's check. Number 1. When you phone the sports center, tennis. Very good. Was playing. Good job. Number 2. My brother and I horse riding last weekend. Very good. Went. Number 3. Samir Saleh judo for 2 years. Very good. Has done. Good job. Number 4. I horse riding a lot, but now I don't have a horse. Very good. Used to go, because we use go with horse riding. Very good. Number 5. I think we should more gymnastics at school. It's good for us. Good job. Do. Number 6. Ahmed judo every Tuesday evening. What do you think the answer is? Very good. Does. 7. Muna gymnastics, but she hurt her back. Very good. Used to do. Good job. Number 8. Bill football since he was 5 years old. Very good. Has played. Good job. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.